Hello, and welcome back to Movies and Us. I'm Marcus.
I'm TJ.
And this is a genre review show that reviews genre movies from the beginning sometimes. And today is my second week / second episode in my theme month.
Sure is.
And what's my theme, TJ?
I have no idea.
Movies that I like. Yes, movies that I have seen before and I like. Because I'm tired of TJ punishing me with shit films, and I'm tired of watching superhero films I don't care for. So I'm picking movies I have historically liked in my past, and they usually don't have sequels, prequels, remakes, or whatever. Old Boy was the exception because I want TJ to see that. And today we are watching the 2004 release of Collateral.
I didn't understand what the collateral was in this movie.
Time, life, whatever you want it to be, TJ.
This title makes no sense.
Life makes no sense. This movie was directed by Michael Mann, written by Stuart Beatty.
Sure.
Yeti, produced by Michael Mann and Julie Richardson, starring people. We have Tom Cruise as the main baddie, Vincent. Jamie Foxx as Max Doracher, the main good guy. Jada Pinkett Smith as love interest Annie Farrell. Mark Ruffalo as Ray Fanning. Peter Berg as Richard Weiner. Bruce McGill as Frank Pedrosa. We have Irma P. Hall as Ida Doracher. Oh, that's his mom. Okay. Jamie's mom. Barry Shabaka Henley as Daniel Baker. Clea Scott as Z.
I think it's Clea.
Clea? Yeah, whatever. Javier Bardem as Felix Reyes Tarina. Emilio Rivera as Paco. Thomas Rosales Jr. as Raymond Ayala. Jason Statham as Airport Man. And Paul Adelstein as Fed Man. It's a pretty small cast for what the movie is. So this movie has a runtime of 120 minutes. That's 2 hours. It was released August 6th, 2004. This movie had a budget of $65 million, and it made $220 million, which is pretty good, actually. It made the budget for a movie they would make nowadays, which is crazy when you say it like that. Like, that's just the average comic book movie budget right now. What's what it made, and this budget did so, or its return did so good, it landed at top 20 this year of 2004. We have visited this year at least one time beforehand in the top 5. Do you want to guess what that movie is, TJ?
2004.
Yes. Oh, we visited twice. Now I'm scrolling down. Holy shit.
I'm gonna say X2.
No, but it is a sequel.
Spider-Man 2.
Yes, Spider-Man 2 made $783 million and making it number 3 that year. Shrek 2 made number 1 with $928 million, almost $1 billion. Pretty cool. Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, number 2, $795 million. We also visited this year before. I just saw it at number 40 in 2004. You want to guess what was that low? It's a live action film.
2004?
Yes.
Blade.
Which one? Yes, sir. Blade Trilogy with $131 million. Catwoman also came out this year. Wow. Number 67 with $82 million. But you guys all know that. Go back to our reviews and listen to them, guys. This movie's in the top 20. At number 20, we have a movie called The Terminal. $218 million, TJ. The Terminal. Remember seeing
Terminal?
Yeah. Some
stupid action movie in a airport terminal.
Well, half of that's right. It's not a stupid action film, but it is a movie about being in a terminal. You never heard of this? Well, I guess you should know about this movie, right?
Oh.
Wow.
I think I heard the name, but I don't know what it is.
Let's read this synopsis. The Terminal. An Eastern European tourist unexpectedly finds himself stranded in JFK Airport and must make up a temporary residence there. I think it's loosely based on true events. I don't recall how true, because I think it was part of the marketing is based on true events. So the main guy is Tom Hanks. He plays the Eastern European guy, so he barely talks in it. It's directed by Steven Spielberg. It's a pretty solid movie. He ends up being in the terminal because his passport visa didn't go through, and he's been lives there for a year or so in the airport. It's weird temporary bullshit, all the shit. But it's a fun movie. It's enjoyable. Definitely 2004 film.
Okay.
Yeah. At number 18 with $222 million, a movie called... Oh, sorry. At number 19 is Collateral, $220 million. At number 18 with $222 million is Fahrenheit 9/11. Yeah. What's that about, TJ?
The name is very familiar. For some reason, I'm thinking it's like fire.
You're thinking Fahrenheit 450 something or 4 something.
Oh, is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah, the one where they burn books in it.
Oh, is this some kind of 9/11 movie?
Yeah, Michael Moore's view on what happened to the United States after 9/11 and how the Bush administration allegedly used the tragic event to push forward its agenda for unjust wars in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Oh, okay.
It's a Michael Moore documentary. It's a movie I saw when I was young. Okay, the government. But, most documentaries, if not all of them, have some kind of leading propaganda to them. So,
yep,
problematic to a point. Number 17 with $235 million. We have Howl's Moving Castle. Never saw it. You're the anime guy. What's it about?
It's Miyazaki. It's about a moving castle, a little girl. I think, it's about a little girl who goes to, I think there's like a witch involved or something like that. And I think there's like a cursed scarecrow or some shit like that. It's been a bit.
It says, when an unconfident young woman is cursed with an old body by spiteful witch,
there you go.
Her only chance of breaking the spell lies with the self-indulgent yet insecure young wizard and his companions in his legged walking castle. I have not seen any of those movies.
I actually, they're pretty good. I recommend them if you like anime. I actually think we reviewed this on Anime and Us. If you want to go back and look at that, I don't know what episode it is though.
Oh, well, yeah, go visit TJ's parent podcast.
It's on
it's a sister podcast.
I mean, it's on this same website, so it's.
Well, it depends where you're listening. Like this on Spotify,
go
on YouTube.
On Spotify, it should be in the list somewhere, and on YouTube, there's a whole other. Just go click on the Anime and Us playlist.
That's Anime and Us and the Everything in Us podcast realm.
Yep.
Howl's Moving Castle episode.
I think it would have been actually an Anime and Us other because it was a movie.
Number 16 with $265 million. We have Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason.
Isn't Bridget Jones? Isn't that a series?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like, isn't she like a lawyer or some shit?
I don't know. I don't watch this shit. It's f***ing romantic comedy from 2004 era.
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, it says, after finding love, Bridget Jones questions if she really has everything she'd ever dreamed of having. So it's just typical.
Yeah.
Shit. Don't know if it's the second one or third one, but whatever. Number 15.
Well, I think the first one was called like Bridget Jones's Diaries or shit like that.
And after that, they just like made 2-3 more. It's like,
I didn't even know there was 2 or 3 more. So.
Too many. And number 15 of $286 million, a movie called The Polar Express.
Never heard of it.
Yes.
Never actually saw it though.
I used to like it when I was younger because I like trains. So this movie was like, yep, I with this movie. But it's a movie to fall asleep to, I'll tell you that. On Christmas Eve, a young boy embarks on a magical adventure to the North Pole on the Polar Express while learning about friendship, bravery, and the spirit of Christmas. It's just a kid's movie. It's fine. It's fine.
People really like it.
Yeah, because people are weird and nostalgic for bad shit. At number 14 of $290 million, we have The Bourne Supremacy.
I have those movies.
They're good movies.
They're silly, cheesy action movies, though.
Yeah, it's Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, and then the other 2 more that they made I haven't seen. So this one...
I didn't see the 2 after the third.
Yeah, I just saw the trilogy, called it a day.
Yeah.
What's this one about, TJ?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen them since whenever they came out.
Jason
Bourne is fighting against the CIA or whatever, trying to stay alive or some shit like that.
Yep. When Jason Bourne is framed for a CIA operation and gone awry, he is forced to resume his former life as a trained assassin to survive. So yeah, it's same old, same old. Yeah. And I remember about the movies, I was like, I liked all 3 of them, but I remember like they're all just the same.
They're the same movie, yeah.
Yeah. Like, same thing with Mission Impossible. Like, okay, I like these movies a lot. They get better and better, but, like, it's just the same.
We've talked about this a million times, but I've never seen any of Mission Impossible. And I guess you could... you can't really say that about James Bond, because even though they are the same, like, formula-wise, but the stories are different.
Yeah.
Like, very different. Like, weirdly different. Like, one's a straightforward, like, spy movie, and then in another one, they're going to freaking space. So it's like...
And that's why I think James Bond is great for what it was, but nowadays, they're trying to go so realistic with it, which is fine. But if you're doing that, there's only so many angles you go out about being repetitive after a while. Where back then, I haven't seen any of them, but I know that they go to space. They do the wacky, weird shit. They go to, like, an African place. And
it'll be curious to see what they do with James Bond now, because Daniel Craig's done with it.
They're probably, if they're smart, they would just let it rest for a while. At number 13, over $300 million of Van Helsing.
I have that movie too, I think.
It's a good movie. Underrated. I'm surprised it did higher than I expected, but I remember it not doing what it should have done, in my opinion. Granted, I saw it when I was a kid, so I liked it a lot. I just like Universal Monsters and shit like that. But
I mean, that's the Hugh Jackman one, right?
Yes. The famed monster hunter is set to Transylvania to stop Count Dracula, who is using Dr. Frankenstein's research on a werewolf for nefarious purposes. Like, I think the story is fine, if I recall. I think they kind of melded all 3 of those things together really well. I do remember at points, like, it's because it's PG-13, so it's got to be, like, family-friendly and shit like that, so that kind of weighted down.
Yeah, it's a little watered down.
Yeah. But, like, I was like, this is, like, I did appreciate the cinematography and, like, how well they put the makeup onto the actors and characters and shit like that, the creatures and the designs. So, like, this is pretty solid.
That that was a theme for a while. Those
Yeah.
kinds of movies. Like
Yeah.
I remember, like there was like the Witch Hunter one and like the Hansel and Gretel one and stuff.
It feels like a natural progression from the vampire zombie era of Hollywood to the superhero era. It's like, okay, let's try to segue towards that because we're trying to do blockbuster action with old IP, not
Yeah.
tapping into the comic book IP yet. So it makes sense to me.
You know, they were trying to tackle fairy tales.
Yes, the Grim
fairy
Reaper
tales-
or the
the
Grim
fairy-
Brothers Grimm and shit like that.
Yeah, because the fairy tales have always been successful.
Exactly, and everyone knows them, so it's only so much explaining you have to do for them before people, get to it. It's all free IP, so yeah, it makes sense, and I thought it was fine. I remember the opening sequence was really like, oh, this is a really cool opening sequence. And then the movie opening sequence was really promising. Movie gets dumb, some cool things happen in it, and then the ending was kind of okay.
It's a 2004 movie.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't get very much quality in 2004.
No.
Like, look at the box office. The top movie was Shrek 2.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Shrek 2, but it's not like the pinnacle
Harry
of...
Potter, number 2. Spider-Man, number 3. Incredibles 4. Like, those are 3 good movies right there. Or
I didn't say they were bad movies, but they're not like...
Come on, Passion of the Christ, number 5.
Okay.
Day After Tomorrow, which is a good movie, then it drops off to Meet the Fockers. But the Troy is a good movie. Anyway, how was that? Number 12, National Treasure, with $347 million.
I like that movie. Yeah, people hate that movie, but I like that movie.
The first one's really fun. There's like 3 of them, I think. I think I've seen only just 2 of them. If there's
I thought there was only 2 of them.
Maybe there's 2.
I only saw 2 of them. If there's a third one,
For some reason, I thought there was 3, but it's probably just 2. Yeah, they're fun movies.
there might be a third one that doesn't have Nicolas Cage.
Maybe some straight to DVD shit, but like that, this would be a fun, again, another fun TV series on Netflix or HBO or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
like you think the Discovery Channel will pick up the rights to this, or Disney owns it, so Disney was like, hey, let's make a National Treasure TV show and put it on Discovery Channel because they own Discovery as well. So like, hey, why not?
The problem with that is
history.
Like these companies have all these IPs and don't want anybody else to do anything with them. They'll just let them sit and rot.
Yeah, they're just selfish, greedy pieces of shits.
They would rather live off the residuals that the old stuff is and never touch it again.
Which is fine, but do something with the shit. But National Treasure, a historian races to find a legendary temple treasure.
A historian racist? What?
And a historian races to find the legendary Templar treasure before a team of mercenaries. It's fine. Solid movie. It's fun. Stupid, but fun. Again, Da Vinci Code-esque era of like weird shit that connect to all each other, conspiracy theories, yada yada.
That's a terrible book.
People loved it though.
They didn't love the book, I'll tell you that much.
No, the book was top seller, I think. I mean,
I'm sure it was, but that was not because of the writing.
No. It's like people I've heard a lot of people say it's a terrible book, but people are dumb.
It's one of the author is one of those over-explaining authors where he describes every detail of every room.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Well, that's who you are. At number 11, if I Robot, that made I gotta say how much it made. It made Jesus Christ, $353 million.
That's Will Smith, right?
And your favorite Shia LaBeouf.
Ugh.
And other people, but yeah, mostly
I never saw it, but like
it's okay, it's fine. In 2035, a technophobic cop investigates a crime that may have been perpetrated by a robot, which leads to a larger threat to humanity. Why? Because those robots have Asimov's codes in them, like they can't harm each other, they can't harm humans, they can't or do things that lead to humans harm, and they can't disobey their owner's orders or some shit like that. Just those 3 laws of robotics.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when the robot did the thing, it's like, oh wow, it's a philosophical bullshit movie. It's fine. It's stupid. Like if we reviewed it, we would destroy the movie because it's like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. And at number 10, Ocean's 12 with $362 million.
Never heard of it.
If you never heard of it, what do you think it's about then, TJ?
12 Oceans.
Yeah. Ocean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Danny Ocean recruit one more team member so he can pull off 3 major European heists in this sequel to Ocean's 11. It's the worst of the 3, but it's fun.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's the Vox of 2004. So I'm going to give off to TJ to do some behind the scenes.
Not much, really.
That's the behind the scenes.
Not much, really. This talks about like how it goes into detail of how he got the script made and stuff for reasons that it's just weird because they don't usually do that in the Wikipedia.
Oh, well, that's because yours was really blah, 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 blah. I can't talk. So was anything appealing or anything fresh and new?
No, he was a 17-year-old in Australia. He was sitting in the backseat of his cab, and he was like, "Oh, I have this idea about this killer guy in a cab," and then he was waiting tables, and he an old friend from college showed up who was now an executive. He's like, "Oh, I'll take that script and I'll take it to HBO," and then HBO said no. And then they were like, okay, then we'll go to DreamWorks. And so DreamWorks bought it.
Oh, okay. Very riveting.
Yeah, it wasn't that interested. So, like I said, it was originally supposed to be Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
As Vincent, but he had to duck out for reasons.
2004. What was that movie? Oh, probably the Captain and Commander movie, probably.
Well, I mean, the movie kept getting delayed or something, and then he had to back out of it or something. They also wanted Adam Sandler as Max.
Okay.
But he was doing Spanglish at the time, so he couldn't do it. And Bietti, is that his name? Bietti?
Yeah, the writer.
Yes.
Or producer, whatever it was, yeah.
Wanted Robert De Niro as Max, but the studio wanted someone younger.
Okay.
But other than that,
what different movies they would have been?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of, like, this person was supposed to do it, but then they had to back out. Like, Val Kilmer was supposed to be in the film as the detective, but then he had to leave because he was doing Alexander, and it was just, like, a bunch of, like, weird things like that.
Oh, that same, yeah, all that usual bullshit.
The only other real interesting thing is I don't know if it was the creator, the co-director of The Transporter said that the character Jason Statham was in this is actually, he thinks it's the actual Transporter character from his movies.
I forgot about that theory. I forgot about that. Holy shit.
I mean, it might as well be he's in it for 3 seconds.
Yeah, so it doesn't affect anything. But yeah, it has a briefcase. Yeah, I so forgot about that. Wow. I remember this came out and like watching, like, wait, wow, holy crap.
Like, this is my first viewing of this, and I went into a blind. I thought he was going to be a bigger part, and then that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, why did you get Jason Statham for that?
Right? How much did they pay that motherfucker? He's not speaking line too, so they pay him like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently Audio Slave was involved with the music of this.
Oh, wow, really?
I like Audio Slaves, that's why I mentioned it.
Oh, they're good.
Reviews, it's pretty well liked. It has an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. Pretty much, people liked it. People had mixed reviews on it, and some people hated it.
Like every piece of art ever.
Yeah, but usually in the critical response section of these things, they usually just take the more important ones. So it's usually either all positive and maybe one little line about a negative, or all negative and maybe one, but this guy said this, but this one has like a bunch of different reviews. So it was truly mixed and not overly
biased one way.
Yes.
Fair.
It also won several awards.
You're goddamn right, because I always pick good movies, TJ. What did it win?
The AFI Award for Top 10 Films.
Hell yeah. Really? Okay.
It also won the British Academy Film Award for Best Cinematography.
What?
What's that?
I totally disagree with that. Really?
Oh yeah, then you're really going to disagree with this because it won the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Award for Best Cinematography.
I mean, since we're here, I'll say it now. Ever since when I first saw this movie, 2005, 2006, I would always watch it on DVD and just watch it on repeat, like 2 times a day for like a good month straight, just watching it. So much I love this film. And always my biggest critique for this film is I just hate it. Whatever cameras they use for it, because it's like...
Oh, that was another thing I forgot to bring up.
Yeah.
The camera is actually a big deal.
It's probably digital, I'm guessing. It's the first time they use digital, I'm assuming.
This is the first film, like major film, to use the Viper Film Stream high definition camera.
Yeah, they did terrible. It's ugly.
The only other thing that they did differently is in the nightclub they used the 35 millimeter. I have no idea what any of those words mean, but apparently it's a big thing.
Say the first one again.
The Viper Film Stream high definition camera.
Yeah, some HD camera. Okay, so it's some digital bullshit. Which is fine, but like there's just the noise in it. It's just has always bothered me. Noise, film grain. It's like digital noise is like the little specks on a screen that like just makes it look fuzzy. That makes sense to you. It's not crisp. It's just more like.
I know what you're talking about, but I never noticed that stuff.
It's supposed to be like a high blockbuster movie, but granted, it's got the low quality feel to it, so I do enjoy that because it helps with the movie. It was like. It's ugly, and it could be pretty.
I'm actually surprised that you don't like the film in this, considering this felt, to me, it felt very much like artsy, like as far as the way it's shot. You know what I'm saying?
Is. There's a lot of close-ups and a lot of like off angles and shit like that.
Yeah, because even I noticed how everything seems to be like differently, purposely changed, like the angles and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, and, like,
there's a lot of extreme close-up, not extreme close-up, but there's a lot of close-up with people's faces when they're having their moments. It's like, okay, movie. I get what you're doing. That's why I loved it when I was younger. Like, this is great. This is cinema. This is good stuff. Yeah, I've always hated the cinematography. So I'm surprised it won awards, but it also makes sense. Like, okay, first digital bullshit. Makes sense. So yeah, continue.
It won 2 National Board of Review Awards for Top 10 Films and Best Director. It won the National Society of Film Critics Awards for Best Actor, Jamie Foxx, and it won the Washington, D.C. Area Film Critics Association Award for Best Supporting Actor, Jamie Foxx.
Nice.
I'm actually surprised Tom Cruise didn't win anything, but to be fair, he wasn't at his best in this movie.
This is like his Scientology. Well, who's he dating at the time? Tomcat. Who was that?
Katie Holmes.
Was that this time period? I think.
I think so. You jumping on Oprah couch thing?
Yeah, this is like the early 2000s era. So I don't know if this was like right before, after, or during a situation. So I'm not surprised. He's not at his worst here. I think this is one of his first times playing a bad guy. If it is his first time, I don't recall.
He felt a little, and I think that maybe that's the way they were directing the baby. Felt a little stiff in it.
Yeah, stiff as in
like I know you're supposed to be a bad guy, but you're kind of like almost a little wooden with it.
Yeah, like supposed to be a cold, but I guess it's supposed to be a cold killer. You gotta say, so it's like,
yeah, but it didn't come off that way. It came off like him acting that way.
Yes. But also, it kind of felt like him because he seems like there's like a lot of Tom Cruise. You never lost Tom Cruise.
That's the other thing that I was problem. I didn't feel like this was some stone cold killer. I felt like that was Tom Cruise in the backseat of that car.
Yes. And I always felt like another negative thing I don't like about this, and I've never, even when I was younger, like I like Tom Cruise in this movie. Like I said, it does feel like Tom Cruise, and him with the gray makeup on just doesn't fit right with who he is.
No, it doesn't work.
No. And I wish it did, because I like the character, I like the idea of it, but he's just not, he never pulled it off. But he also still good in the movie for me.
I mean, he was fine. The acting is actually really good in the movie. Jamie Foxx is really good in this movie, and I don't even like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, like going from comedy to like maybe it's like I don't know if this is before his Oscar-nominated movie Ray or after, but like this is showing that he's got acting chops, so that's good. Love this movie.
I think that was it. I think I did everything right. Yeah, I think that was behind the scenes.
Oh, okay. That's all the awards. That's all the behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's talk about the movie then. I guess. Any trailers? I did watch this on DVD. This is also streaming on Netflix at the time of recording, so it might be on and off. Who knows? I guess we jump into this, huh?
Yeah, we can jump into it.
So, movie's fairly simple, guys. Main guy, Max. Which is funny because I love that his name's Max because that's the same name that his character was in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, so when I heard his name, Max, wait a second.
That name's always going to be ruined to me because every time I hear it, I just think of Goof Troop.
Of what?
The Goofy movie and Goof Troop.
Oh, that's Goofy's son, right?
Yes.
Wow, you're such an 80s kid.
I am.
Oh my God, I'm ashamed of it. I love it.
The 80s made the best movies. Sorry.
Yeah, they made some decent movies.
They made the best movies. So.
Oh, you know what? While on this topic, I don't think it's a hot topic. Hot take. I'm gonna say, but I do think it's a take nonetheless. I think there are a lot of good movies nowadays. Anyways, fairly simple story. Jamie Foxx is the good guy. He's just a modest taxi driver who's just trying to collect enough money so he can start his own limo business of like the most luxurious limo service you can have and make money that way. Because that's what he knows. Because he's been a taxi driver for about 12, 13 years. He keeps saying in the movie. So that's his whole shtick. We just follow him throughout a night. Right? It's one night. Yeah, one night in LA. Yeah, it's not a weekend. Yeah, so one night. And so one of his first fares because this lovely. One of the fares we focus on is this lovely lady who's a attorney.
No, prosecutor.
Prosecutor, thank you. And she's played by Jada Pinkett Smith. I know there's that whole Will Smith shit that happened a few years ago, Oscar slap, and Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith are probably in a toxic, bad relationship. But that besides, her acting in this was like, she's not bad. She's pretty enjoyable in this. Even though we got like 5 minutes of her, at least her in a taxi I liked her in the taxi parts.
So, like, always separate the artist from
yes.
From their work.
And this was like years before that happened. It's like 20-ish years before that happened anyways, but yeah.
Right. And 2, that scene in the taxi between her and Jamie Foxx was very believable. Like, they had very good chemistry.
Right? Like, like, she just sold it. I guess I don't take him seriously because he's Jamie Foxx, but he is good in this. But I feel like she really carried their chemistry for me at least.
I mean, when I was watching that part, I was like, damn, am I going to like this movie?
And then I guess
because the dialogue was very good in that open between them, and everything else is very believable. And I was like, oh, I was actually might like this movie.
What, do you go in wanting to hate my movies or something?
No, I just go in expecting to hate your movies.
Oh, you're meanie. So yeah,
I just know what you're going to put me through. So,
I try not to put you through bad shit.
But like, I can see the artists in the movies. I can taste the pretentiousness every time.
Yes, you can. Although I wouldn't call these, to be fair, the 4 movies I picked this month, I think are definitely like film student movies they will love. Like, they're not the cliche film student films, but these are cliches.
Right from the beginning, just the freaking camera, just the way the camera's moving and everything shot. I was like, I felt it. I was like, oh, even in an action movie.
This isn't pretentious, though.
It's pretentious in the way that it's shot.
Yeah, it's grounded and like it wants you to feel the actors and the characters, man. It's not shaky cam bullshit fighting scenes. It's like, nah, you're gonna feel this shit.
No, but yeah, no, I knew what I was getting into as soon as I turned it on. I was like,
Michael Mann's a good director. Also, to be fair, you did hate the first movie I picked. You gave it like a 2 or 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Even though I think the 3 out of 10 is still too high for you. I'm surprised you didn't give it lower. Beside the point. So yeah, they're great acting. Jemmy and Jaden acting in this and the opening stuff. But yeah, they hit it off. She gives him her phone number to contact her later, yada, 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 and charisma. So he's waiting at the airport for his next tab. And who comes in? We got Vincent, a.k.a. Tom Cruise. And he's just a man. He's like, hey, guy, get me to my first stop. How long's it going to take? 5 minutes? You sure about that? Not 4, not 6, 5? Okay, bet. Gets me there on time. Oh, you're punctual. You're a good cab driver. You're clean. You're neat. I like you, cab driver. Stay here. I got 5 other stops. I like you. I got shit to get done tonight. Jamie's like, nah. Tom's like, I'll bribe you with $600. Jamie's like, $600 is a lot of money in 2004. I'll take that. So Jamie sits there and waits while Tom is doing his bullshit in the room. And while Jamie's eating a sandwich, oh no, a body falls on top of Jamie's car. What happened? Why did this man fall out my thing? Tom Cruise comes strolling out. I killed him. Jamie's like, why would you do that? Tom's like, because I'm hired to kill people. We got 4 more motherfuckers to do, man. Jamie's just like, no. Tom's like, you're gonna do it or I kill you. Not really. Tom's like, I'm gonna kill you. But Tom's like, kind of persuasive. No, not persuasive. He's very, while watching this, I realized how much of this shit I picked up on for my personality of like, nothing matters and we're all ants on a rock kind of thing. Like, God damn, I picked this up as a kid. But Tom's like, matter of fact and just like, don't worry. He's like, he shrugs everything off. Do my thing, yada, yada, yada. So Tom kills someone, drags Jamie Foxx into it. Now Tom's pretty much off the movie. He's like, hey, next stop, I'm going to kill someone. You're driving me to that place. And that's what the whole movie is for the middle of the movie. During which Mark Ruffalo shows up as a cop undercover. Because the first guy Tom Cruise killed, Mark Ruffalo is undercover with the guy trying to infiltrate that guy's organization or something. Who knows? Cop shit. So you have the LAPD involved.
Doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense until the characters are no longer in it. It's like, well, what's the point of them?
No, like this guy being like a CI or whatever. These are all witnesses in a big case that he's killing off, and this guy is also a criminal informant at the same time. What?
Yeah.
And why aren't all of these witnesses are like the part of this big case? Why aren't they like being protected right now? Why
it's like mafia shit, I think, like RICO charges.
Why are they like in clubs and stuff like that? And
it makes sense because they're not probably the movie's vague enough so we don't know why they're doing the things they're doing. But it's like it's Batman. Like, why is the guy over here and a guy over here when they're like their trials tomorrow? They're just living their mafia bullshit lives. That's all that is. Like, they're not going to be touched. They're thinking untouchable.
All of them aren't mafia.
Whatever again, we don't know what the they are. We don't know what the detail to the shit is, so I don't know.
It just didn't make any sense.
Which is fair.
And I don't even know why the cop thing's in this.
It's pointless because it just stops at a point. It's like, well...
Yeah, like, they kill off the cop, Mark Ruffalo, like, right before the third act, and it's like, well, what was the point of him being there?
Yeah, it's like that, which is fine, because they add the cops, and then they add the FBI. Like, oh, shit's gonna get down. Shit kind of goes down in a nightclub, and then that's it. Like, what? You have, like, 30 minutes left in the movie at that point. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, it's like, what? You just need... It was like, we need a B-plot, but only up to a certain point.
Yeah, and it's like there's no consequences at all to that B plot. So it's like, why?
Oh, B plot's done. Kill off all the characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially because, like, since this movie's so quote unquote grounded, the shit that goes on in it, there's so much consequences at the end of this movie that should be dealt with, right?
Yeah,
Like,
the movie just stops. It's
yeah,
like,
so many crimes, no matter how innocent Jamie was a part of. Like, there's so much shit that happened. So many people died. Like,
right. It's
we
like,
gotta figure out what happened after this, guys.
where's the epilogue
Yeah,
here?
there is no epilogue. And like, what happened to the case? Show me the case. Show me something.
Yeah,
Did the good guys really win? Yeah, Tom Cruise is dead, but what happens? So yeah, so like cops were chasing after the bounty hunter, or not bounty hunter. Wow, cops are chasing down who possibly is the bad guy, Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, in the middle act, and then at the end of it, people die. The lady Jamie Foxx dropped off in the beginning is actually part of the prosecutor of the team because it's small world shit, guys.
yeah.
What
a surprise!
Right of all the LA, shit happens. So Tom Cruise is there to kill her. Jamie's got to stop him. Jamie and him have a shoot off. Jamie kills Tom Cruise. Oh no! And Tom Cruise dies in the subway. The end. Happy ending. Yeah, a lot of things happen as we were just to happen. Like I remember that first time I noticed it was in the scene where Mark Ruffalo's in an elevator with those two. Or at least with one of them. It's like, okay, there's tension for the audience, sure, but it's like, first off, that's small worlding. Second off, why is this suspense? Like, they don't know each other. They don't really think that there's nothing here.
The worst part about it is we don't see why Mark Ruffalo is even in the hospital.
Right?
We don't know why he's there. He's just there.
Yes.
Like, there's not a scene that explains his part of the reason for being there. So what's the point? It's just like tension for tension's sake here, guys.
It is. And it bugs me. Like you said, all the cop shit can be cut out of this movie, and it would be probably better, honestly, because it doesn't add anything to it.
This movie is all style over substance.
100%. 100%. And I hate how much I agree with that, but it's like rule of cool and like, wouldn't it be cool if this or that? You could tell a 17-year-old thought of this idea and just didn't add more to it at that point.
Right. This is like your 18,000 rewatch. Your opinion changed?
No, I still love this movie. I'm more aware of why it's bad and like why, like everything you're going to say negatively about this movie, I would probably agree with.
Yeah.
But God damn it, do I still love this movie, TJ? Still love it.
I don't understand.
I don't. It's just.
This movie is the dullest action movie I've ever seen.
Well, I think you go in thinking it's action. I don't see it as an action movie. It's a thriller.
Even dullest thriller movie, because the action and thriller parts of this, we've watched so many superhero movies.
Yeah, because you're desensitized.
And we've seen some of the best action, some of the worst action, some of the in-between. But I've never been so bored by what the stuff in this movie that's supposed to make me excited.
Really?
Everything just felt like bland, and maybe the actor the director doesn't know how to do action.
Wow, saying those are fighting words for the film community.
I'm just saying.
I think Michael Mann, if I recall correctly, he did Heat.
I never saw that movie. I only seen this movie.
Wow, you ever saw Heat?
No.
Yes, your time.
But like, say what you want. It was so bland, and this script is so paint by the numbers. Like, the moment Tom Cruise got in the back of that cab, I knew every plot point to the point where I knew how this movie was going to end. I knew we were going to end up at the love interest because she disappears in the beginning of the movie. Why would you bring her in the beginning of the movie?
Especially a high-profile actress like that.
Yeah, so of course she's going to be the last person to go in. And of course Jamie Foxx is going to save her, which is also unbelievable. The whole third act of him being able to take down this trained shooter that we've shown throughout the whole movie that can kill people in 3 shots, and yet he misses Jamie Foxx about 30 times with the gun. Makes no sense, but whatever. So, like, I was so bored watching this movie.
Fair.
And maybe it's because I knew what the story was right from the 15-minute mark. But my God, I was just waiting for it to begin. Why is this movie 2 hours?
Because it's good.
This movie drags. There's so many scenes where they're just talking exposition.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, just get to the point.
Oh, so
why are we just sitting in the back of this cab for 40 minutes?
Yeah, because it's got to do philosophical debates between the taxi driver and the hitman. It's good, TJ.
It's not good. This movie is not good.
This is so good.
This movie is not good. It is boring.
I can't say you're jaded because you don't watch movies, because like every movie since this is paint by numbers. This definitely is paint by numbers, but my God, I don't know why it just gets me. I love it.
It's the most predictable, boring, bland thriller action movie I have ever seen.
Crazy you think this is predictable. But I would have called this boring. If you watch this going into it thinking, okay, it's just a movie thriller, sure. It's slow. It shouldn't be 2 hours. I would agree. And like, there are things that can be cut up. Unless if you want this to be 2 hours, you really embrace the FBI, CIA shit and the other stuff to make it more interesting and thriller. Because we're just following the guy and the other guy in the taxi going hit to hit. You don't even see the killings. You see like maybe 2 or 3 killings, if that, of the 6 that he's doing.
You know what I think the problem is with this movie?
Yeah.
This movie is classified as a thriller noir.
Yeah.
Neo-noir. They should have took the noir out of it.
Why?
Because I think the mystery behind everything that was going on really held this movie back.
The mystery as in why is he doing, why is he killing?
Yeah, because all the vagueness behind it's like, ooh, it wasn't interesting. Because they never explained anything anyway.
That, yeah.
So it's like, why even bring up the mystery part of it? It just holds everything back because you're trying to figure something out to answer out the questions that don't get answered. So it's like, what's the point?
I agree. I could agree with that. It's like they had, I don't know, a 15-minute idea made it 2 hours.
No, I mean, like, it's an action movie. Like,
I wouldn't call this action, though. There's action in it, but it was like an action movie.
But
like, I think this is mostly a thriller. Like they
sure,
said,
it's a thriller.
I would have called this action.
But I wasn't thrilled at all.
Fair. I was curious. Even that's because I remember seeing it as a kid, so like, or younger. So watching it now, I was like, why do I like this? Why do I find it? Why am I curious? Someone see like, why am I curious? And like, there are a lot of points where I was like, this is kind of lame. Like, these points should be changed, and like, these beats should not be here. Yada yada. And I was so curious where it was going.
I knew where it's going. I knew exactly where 100%. But like, maybe that's my biggest issue because I understand story structure and how stories are going to play out based on if you follow the story that's being laid out. There's logical steps you take, which is the paint by numbers thing that I said earlier, and that's exactly what it is. They took the premise. They're like, okay, what's the next part? Then they went the obvious route every time.
Yes.
And but he goes and he kills these people, and it's like, why do I care about these people?
Yeah, because you don't know who they were. You don't know like the consequences of them dying until they say, oh, they're just witnesses. Okay, what the f***'s the trial about? Were they witnesses? Were they a part of? Right. It's just like, and then, tell me something.
And then the only person you would care about is the love interest from the beginning, but at that point, she's been out of the movie for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, I mean, obviously we're going back to her, but like, there's nothing in this movie that shows that Jamie Foxx should be able to take this guy.
No. Like I said, because he's weak as a cab driver. And the guy takes down multiple people all the time. He's never fighting someone one-on-one. He takes 2-3 guys down all the time. So like, clearly Tom Cruise has this.
Right. Like when Jamie Foxx crashes the car, sure, the cops are coming, but it shows he kills people in 3 seconds. Get out of the car, shoot Jamie Foxx in the head, go finish your job.
Yep.
Like, there's a certain point in this movie that were like, okay, we have to movie to make the ending work here.
This movie was moving from the beginning, honestly.
Well,
so to be fair, it was like, well, we got to move the movie. It just happens to happen, guys.
But when you movie in the beginning, you're establishing characters. But once your characters are established, you're supposed to follow the rules of those characters.
Yes.
Which they don't. They break the rules for those characters just to make the ending fit.
Now, to be fair, we don't know if the bounty hunter or Tom Cruise's character, mercenary, you want to call him, would kill Jamie, because there's been a lot of times in the movie.
No, they do say that because there was it was all in dialogue from the cops. They said, 3 years ago, there was this cab driver that went around and killed 3 people and then shot himself in the head.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's in the movie saying that this is Tom Cruise's MO. Fair. He picks a random cab driver, he does this, and then he kills the guy at the end.
Fair. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. That's fair.
I didn't like the movie.
I knew you would, TJ.
This was your best chance so far. I like action thrillers.
This isn't my best chance. Are you kidding me? I got 2 more that you're going to hate / might like. The next one, you're going to hate. The last ones I'm banking on. If you don't like the last one, we have different tastes, and that's fine. You like shitty 80 films, and I like my early 2000s film. You know, movies when we were kids. So I still like this movie. It has lots of flaws. I like the idea of this being 2 characters on different spectrum of morality and life, philosophically debating what they should be. The idea of the movie is great. My whole Puppet Master debacle is like, the idea is great. Some of the execution is pretty solid in this movie. The acting's great. It has Harvey Bardem in this as a.
I feel like this script needed a couple of rewrites.
It needed a lot more rewrites because it was almost polished.
Because we could have shot this movie.
Yeah, like I said, just like you follow these cops up until a point, and then end of Act 2, begin Act 8, they're dead. Why don't we follow them? If they're going nowhere with it, that's just what the f*** is the point of that? We like, if you're going to do all this happenstance thriller show these guys, get them to the 3rd act at least, and then have a shootout in their subway or something like that. Do something, like make them get to that point. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. There's things I get why everything you said. I agree with. But it's just the vibes of this movie, and it's just I had nostalgia for it. So I fucking love this movie still. It's great. It's great.
That's good for you because I didn't like it.
Oh, well, if you don't like it, what you let's get the ratings. What do you rate this movie?
I think I'm at a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
That's not terrible. Better than hey, it's a point above Old Boys. That's good. So like, what's the positives to you to get this a 4?
I really like the acting.
Okay.
The acting really held it up for me. I did like some of the dialogue and the conversations in it. I actually really like the first 15 minutes. I think it's a solid 15 minutes right before Tom Cruise comes in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you think he's like where it stops for you? It's where it's enjoyment?
As soon as he gets in the back of the cab, I knew what the movie was, and I was done.
Is there anything about that you would like that would have helped save you if he was in it? Like once Tom Cruise gets in, does his thing, what would have kept you like enjoying the movie then?
I think if Tom Cruise was maybe more sympathetic towards Jamie Foxx's character would have helped. Maybe like,
well, he can't be because if his MO is killing the guy, then he can't become too sympathetic because it's harder for him to kill the guy.
Right now, I understand that, but I think maybe if they kind of developed a relationship and he kind of like they ended up friendly and he starts questioning what he's doing, even though he's still going to do it, would have made it more interesting along that dynamic, or that Jamie Foxx. This character was maybe an ex-cop or somebody who can handle himself, make the dynamics a little more even between the two.
See, I don't think making it even makes it interesting because I think that's more, especially at this time in like and 2000 whenever we're recording this right now. I think that's too out cliche. Like maybe back then.
But my problem is the way they have it now. Jamie Foxx is too strong in certain scenes. Like when he goes in and gets the files, all of a sudden he's a badass and knows exactly what to say. So they don't even lean into it. So they kind of give him superpowers out of nowhere. Whereas if he's just one character straight through it would be at least it would be consistent.
Well, I think the idea is, and I think they failed here, the car crash. I think that idea wise was to weaken Tom Cruise a lot. He ran away at the end. He's not bloody, so that clearly didn't execute that well. But I think that car crash should have really put them both on an even playing field where one's limping, the other one's whatever, because that was a brutal car crash. They should not have walked away from it.
No, they shouldn't have walked away.
The fact that one ran away, another one beat a cop up. Jamie Foxx beat a cop up. Come on.
Yeah, man. And that's another thing. Jamie, I know, that's what I mean. That's why I'm like, Jamie Foxx is too strong of a character for the weak betrayal he's doing. So maybe if they would have, like, if he had a background that made sense, it would have made the movie.
I like maybe just like him being a book smart, like really smart.
There you go. Like even the playing field in some way, that makes. That would make the dynamics more interesting. Maybe he's manipulating Tom Cruise throughout the whole thing, trying to get him to not do it.
Yeah, because he could be really good at reading people because he's a cab driver. So they
showed that he was really good at reading people in the beginning with the woman.
Yeah, then he just stops being that.
And then he was all of a sudden just this incompetent cab driver.
Yeah.
He just pathetic guy, but this pathetic guy just somehow gets superpowers somewhere along the way.
And I thought it would have changed when he's at the interview of Javier Bardem. It's like he's playing Tom Cruise's character as like, hey, you go get the information you threw over the bridge because if not, we're all gonna die. So get that from the guy and pretend you're me. That should be the moment we see them being like, oh, this guy's actually pretty deep, it's smart, and could not be weak all the time. And he does it for a second, but then he goes back to being a weak little bitch. Right. So he's gonna be the hero at the end. It's like, well, movie, you almost had it. You almost had it, movie.
It's just there's a multiple things that they could have done. Essentially,
yes.
It's just they were like the people are gonna do what they need to do in order for our plot to work.
Yes. Yeah, the plot drives the movie in this instance, sadly.
So it's like, okay, well, that doesn't make a good movie. I'm sorry.
That's fair. So that's why you give it a 4?
Yeah.
That's fair. My bias rating, it's 9 out of 10. It's phenomenal. It's great. Love this movie. I will recommend it all the time. I would even sit down with someone who's what we just said right here, I would tell them, like, yeah, it's wrong, bad because of this, but also keep watching it. It gets good later. It doesn't get good later, but just keep watching. It's good. It's good. It's a good movie. So my bias is a 9. But like unbiased, realistic, really number to this. I don't think I can do that shit because this is like I want to give it a 5, but like that's still too high. I don't think I can give this unbiased rating, TJ.
You don't have to.
Well, because because it's not fair. Because this movie, if you would have picked it, or if this is part of our just a slot of films we had to watch, this would be like a 0 for me. You know that. You know that.
You would. I know exactly what you would have done.
Like this movie was like, this movie.
This movie is purely held up on nostalgia for you,
and I can't get past it because it just gets me, man.
Like, but that's why always, when I go into a movie that I know is biased with a nostalgia, I give it a nostalgic and a unbiased review.
But
I get it.
but I
I
can't
get
for this one for some reason. I usually can.
some people can't separate their nostalgia from their biases, and then it's fine.
I can if I need to. This movie's too good. There's nothing wrong with TJ. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No, I can't. Because I also had a nap and not a nap. I ate and I took a shit, so I'm like grumpy. So if it was Grumpy Marcus reviewing this because I had to review this, not because I wanted to review it. It was Grumpy Marcus because TJ picked this movie and I was like, well, I'm probably gonna hate it. And I sat through and saw all the flaws. I think at best the acting will hold. That's a point for acting and a point for the idea of the story, and that's about it. Because it's 2 hours is too long for this movie. This plot gets in itself in its way. It's like La La Land-esque. Like it's almost there. So it's like a 3, 4. I would probably be with you like that, non-bias wise, 3 or 4. 4 on a good day. 3 probably like, yeah, it's probably a 3. So I would give this 3 non-bias, 9 bias. So 9 and 3 are what? 12. So 6 total, I guess, right?
No, I mean, yeah.
So 6 out of 10. I think that's too low for my feelings, but I think it's fair, I suppose. So I guess it's a 6 out of 10. I want to give it a 10, really, but it's not a 10. But yeah.
All right.
There was a scene at the nightclub where they're shooting up the people and they got to get to the Asian guy.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get to him clearly. He's just still sitting there yelling at his men to kill people. Get it up and leave, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you right now, that nightclub scene, I fell asleep.
Because it was like the idea was to have the 2 guys were following the FBI and the LAPD and the FBI there convening onto the bad guys. Well, the bad guys are also there trying to stop the good guys from doing it. So it was like 4 groups of people trying to stop shit from happening. And they didn't do a good job at that.
Yeah, I didn't even see how the guy got killed.
It was a mess. Yeah, it was a mess. It was bad. It was like, this is bad.
And I was like, I know he died somewhere. It doesn't matter how he died.
It doesn't.
Whatever. I'm not rewinding it. I don't care.
No, yeah, and I get it. And then then the main was Mark Ruffalo's character gets shot in the middle.
I woke up in time to see that Mark Ruffalo escorting Jamie Foxx out.
And get shot.
And get shot. I was like, what was the point of that?
Yeah, and no one reacts. What? I mean, people yell, but there's a cop just got shot, guys.
Yeah.
Like, what the no one's doing anything about this? Oh, there's some cop holotops up, but no one's stopping them.
Yeah, no.
And that's it. That's the last time we see cops. Okay. So I this is not a good movie, but also it's a really good movie. Let's not. This is like
still don't know why it's called Collateral.
Neither do I. This is one of the movies I'm gonna show my kids if I had kids. Dad, this isn't good. It's good. Trust me. No, it's just pretty a piece of shit.
This movie should have been called Collateral Damage.
That was something else.
Doesn't matter. That's what this movie definitely is. A collateral damage. That would be a great title for this movie.
Yeah, but they probably didn't call it that for reasons.
Well, Collateral doesn't work.
TJ, it works enough, okay?
No, it doesn't. If I was guessing in the game with this movie, I would never be able to get this.
Really?
No, because what the is Collateral?
Well, that's good.
No, it's not.
Know why it's good? There's a movie from 2002 called Collateral Damage starring Arnold.
So there's a movie called Collateral that was made in 2018. No one stopped them going to Collateral.
Well, you always bitch about American naming conventions being too spot on.
Right.
This is the one vague one. You're like, this should have been more specific. Pick a lane, TJ. Pick a lane.
But here's my whole point. If the title is going to be vague, right?
Yeah.
It should be vague in a way that makes sense to the movie at some point. That's how you know what the movie's about. Collateral is I think, maybe this guy's got somebody's stings holding it, so this other guy's got to do something. Or
it's collateral. It's metaphorical. Hey, you're taking my time. I'm taking your time. I'm holding you hostage until I get all my guys killed. I think this could be whatever you wanted to ask. And maybe Jamie thinks it's collateral. Who knows, man?
You're stretching.
I don't think so. A collateral is one of those words you can use for any bullshit reason if you want. That's all.
I'm just saying Collateral Damage would have been a better name.
Well, you don't want to search at the R. Schwarzenegger movie. It's probably better than this.
Probably.
That's why they said, let's just call it Collateral, guys.
Probably, but they should have called it Collateral Damage because that's what this movie should be called.
Well, how about you just do these sayings so we can end this damn review?
Now that we did it, it's done.